Oftentimes when we talk about asexuality or aromanticism, we talk about our attraction to other people and how that looks for us. But something we don't quite talk about nearly enough, that's a big part of that journey, is how we feel about ourselves. Today I'm here to offer some tips, some that I'm still working on myself, for self-love and acceptance along your aspec journey. Firstly, let's talk about what those words actually mean. Aromantic, asexual. To be aromantic means that you experience little to no romantic attraction. And asexual means that you experience little to no sexual attraction. One thing that's really important to talk about with both is that they're both spectrums, meaning that there's a wide variety along that spectrum of experiences. What means asexual to one person might not mean the same to another person. Same with aromantic. Someone might experience aromantic one way, but it might mean something entirely different to someone else. And someone who's both aromantic and asexual may combine the two into one label, aroace. Now, even though aromantic and asexual are both spectrums, one thing that I hope we can all do for ourselves is learn to love and accept ourselves, and to go through this journey with a positive outlook on ourselves. So that's why today I want to offer some tips that I've learned along the way, and hopefully I can share some out that maybe help you. To me, the first step is self-reflection and validation. Understanding yourself and your experiences and your feelings and your patterns that led you to the question of, am I asexual? Am I aromantic? Give yourself credit. Give yourself credit for following those patterns and looking to those patterns to try to understand you. That's an important step that you already took. One thing you can do while you're self-reflecting is try journaling. I find that it really helps me to write down what I'm feeling in a moment, and then I can see it in a better picture. It can also help me to challenge and identify any internal prejudices that I'm feeling towards myself, while also recognizing my unique qualities and strengths that are worth celebrating. My next tip is to educate yourself on asexuality and aromanticism. Read books on it. Listen to podcasts. Read articles. Read fictional books. Watch movies with characters or TV shows with characters who identify as aspec. Join online communities. Share your experiences in those communities, and if you're not ready to share your experiences, listen to the experiences of the people in them. Doing all of those things will help you understand yourself better, and you'll be able to start fighting that isolation that you're feeling, that brokenness that you're feeling, because you are not broken. You are strong and you are wonderful and you are perfectly unique just as you are. Educate yourself. Let education be your tool to fight back against that. That leads me to tip number 3, building a strong support system. Those online communities can be a great first step. Getting to know other like-minded people, people who have been through similar experiences, can really help you to build a support system that you can turn to. You can also reflect on your friends and your family, people that you feel would have your back. Even if you're not ready to come out yet, you don't have to use the exact language of asexual or aromantic. You can talk about your experiences without having to use the words if you're not ready to do that yet. Number 4 is practicing self-compassion. I'm a big believer in self-talk. Every Saturday on my Instagram page, I actually post a brand new asexual and aromantic affirmation that I wrote myself. I believe that it's really important for us to look inward and to recognize our strength and to recognize our shortcomings, our mistakes, our imperfections. I'm still working on accepting those imperfections, but I know that they're part of what make me who I am. I may not always like them, but I know that I'm not me without them. Tip number 5 is setting clear boundaries. It's really important that we set clear boundaries with other people about where we draw a line emotionally and physically. It's also really important that we set those same kind of boundaries with ourselves to prioritize self-care over guilt. Setting those boundaries will help us build a strong and supportive, healthy environment, both externally and internally. Tip number 6 is to celebrate your achievements. It doesn't matter if they're big or small. Celebrate your personal growth. Celebrate what makes you you, because you're awesome. You are awesome. I know for me, it took a while for me to be able to celebrate myself, to celebrate the growth that I've made and the steps that I've made in this journey. But looking back, I recognize how different I am, how much less angry I am at myself, how much I've changed my perception of myself. Those are things worth celebrating. Tip number 7 is to engage in self-expression. I've seen some really cool things on my Discord, people making amazing artwork, making crafts that they sell themselves at craft fairs, people writing amazing music. For me, it's poetry. I share my poetry on my social media because that's something very personal to me, but something that I want to share with the world. A way that I get that inside part of me out and get to share it. You don't have to publish it anywhere, but at the end of the day, who cares what people think of it? It's for you anyway. Trust me, if it came from your heart, it's beautiful. And this world could use a lot more beauty in it. And don't forget, you're not alone. I'm right there with you too. There's an entire community of Aspec people right there with you. I'm still working on self-love and acceptance myself. And if you have any tips that have helped you, please drop them in the comments. And don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe for more. Let's continue to learn and grow together.